What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. Appreciate y'all as always for being here. The $50 winner from last week is Tyel Dien Carson. Tyel DN Carson, hit me up. I know I butchered your name. Hit me up on Twitter at Cam_ATL so I can get that over to you. Appreciate everybody as always who comments, subscribes, watches the videos in general, man. I appreciate y'all as always, man. And as always, I am at propsmadeeasy.com. Only $20 a month for these tools at Props Made Easy. They were built for the average bettor who does not have a ton of time to find the best plays, while also doesn't want to spend majority of their bankroll on the tools themselves and put more money into the slips they play. We also have a community over at Props Made Easy where if you're a Props Made Easy member, you get access to. It's called the Sharp Society. Definitely try that out. It's just a bunch of people just working together. People post slips on there. People talk over ideas with other members. People are learning how to utilize the different filters we have at Props Made Easy because we have a good bit of different filters that all do different things to make life easier for everyone. And I'm going to go over some of the new filters we had. I made a video on, I think it was Saturday. Yeah, I made a video Saturday from my phone as I was on the move because I had Mother's Day shopping and stuff I was getting done. And I did it from my phone, but I'll talk about these new filters in the video again. Okay, so if you're a Props Made Easy member, go lock in at the Sharp Society. Just go to the Sharp Society page and all you got to do is join the group. And then you'll have access to it. If you're a Props Made Easy member, that's all it takes, okay? And especially if you're somebody who needs help being able to understand all of the data that Props Made Easy offers and how to utilize these things the best way, there's plenty of people in there that are willing to help immediately. Like, one thing I love about it is if somebody asks, hey, like, what should I do in this situation? Or how do I find this? Or what, blah, blah, blah. Immediately, you have members immediately hit them up with, good information, letting them know, like, yeah, this is how you do this. This is the best way to attack this. And I love that, man. It's really a community looking to help people. A lot of these communities in the industry, it's just like one person who just posts Discord picks and everybody's just talking about those picks or whatever. It's never like working together to really become a better. So the Sharp Society is something that everybody could utilize for sure. It's an amazing place for sure. Anyway, let's get straight into the picks for this Monday, man. It's important to start the week off with a bang. Just for morale reasons. We got to start the week off with a bang. We got to get straight to it. Now, first off, before I get into anything too heavy, let's go ahead and talk about these new filters. Okay, as you can see, I have the three main sports highlighted: NBA, NHL, and MLB. We do have a bunch of different things, though. We've got the Demons and Goblins for all these sports. We also have all of these different things: tennis, soccer, Call of Duty, League of Legends, Dota 2, CS2, Valorant, anything you can imagine, we've got it with data to put you on the best position. Now, again, it's important to start the week off with a bang. It's May 12th. I am up a shit ton of units already in May. It's my birthday month too. We're 11 days from your boy 34th birthday. Like, that shit is crazy. I'm officially unk now. But anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, so we got the three main sports right here. And then we've got all of the sports books we have available to us right here, right? So we have everything from the DFS books, Prizepicks, Underdog, Betr, DK Pick 6, Dabble, Vivid, all the DFS books that everybody plays. And then also the regular books, Novig, DraftKings, FanDuel, Bet365, BetMGM, ProfitX, SportsBet, BetOnline, Hard Rock, like everything. Everything you guys can possibly imagine. And also, one great thing about Props Made Easy, if there is a sportsbook that we don't offer that you personally like to play, just let us know and we'll add it to the list. I mean, we have access to every sportsbook in the entire industry. So these are the most popular ones that you see right here, but we're down to add any that anybody's looking for. All right? Anyway, so we've got all of the sports books selected. We've got the three main sports. Let's talk about the new filters. Now, first thing you could do is hit this question mark and it'll explain things to you. We have the top performing. Let's go through each filter and explain the differences between these, okay? The top performing EV picks are the picks that have a 70% or higher hit rate on the season, as well as an expected EV of 5% or higher. Okay? That's top performing EV. All right, 70% hit rate when you're looking at season hit rate on that line, and 5% or higher EV. Favored EV filter, okay? This filter is going to show you plays that are minus 120 or higher. Plain and simple. Minus 120 or higher favored EV plays are going to show there already in order from the top EV plays at the top, okay? High EV heat, the new filter that was added. This will show you plays that are 5% or higher EV, 30 or more books in the consensus, okay? That is our rule book. 5% EV, 30 or more books in the consensus. There's no limitation on whether it doesn't have to be any certain odds. It's going to show you 5% or higher EV, 30 or more books in the consensus, okay? It's literally the rule book for props made easy, okay? Now, for a lot of you, this is going to be the main filter that you want to utilize. For a lot of you. Because why? A lot of you are in the bankroll building level, okay? A lot of you are trying to build a bankroll. Some of you watching me right now are new to betting. This is your safe haven for success at an early time in your betting career. Really for anybody. Anybody can use this. Like if you're going through a down patch, you can just switch over to sharp and safe and make sure you're playing the absolute safest as well as sharp and kind of have a little bit more consistency while you're on that downswing. I personally am a high EV heat only kind of guy. Like I'm not worried too much about the safety, but for a lot of you, safety is incredibly important, right? And regardless, if you take a little bit of hit on profit by the end of the month, that's okay for you to have more consistency. And I completely understand. It's because sometimes bankroll will get depleted on that journey to the most profit. That's one thing that a lot of people don't understand and don't take into account in this industry is that a lot of their tools and stuff are set up for people who have a ton of money already to be able to just go. And regardless of the amount of losses, they're able to utilize it for a long term. Most bettors in this industry have a smaller bankroll and can't sustain a shit ton of losses on their journey to that profit. You feel what I'm saying? So sharp and safe is going to be a main filter for a lot of you. Now, if you don't see a lot of plays on the DFS books using the sharp and safe, that's because not only is it showing you plays that are only 5% or higher EV and 30 or more books, but it's also making sure they're minus 140 or higher on the sharp books when it comes to the DFS books. As you know, DFS books have the same payout whichever side you go on. Okay? So sharp and safe is going to show you plays that are 5% or higher EV, 30 or more books, and minus 140 or higher average from the sharp books. So the plays you find under that is going to be extremely sharp for the DFS books. But for all books, it is going to show you 5% or higher EV, 30 or more books, and plays that are already favored at minus 120 or higher. I have talked about this strategy a million times, and I swear by this strategy for people looking to build bankroll, man. I mean, think about it. You're playing high EV plays. They are backed by a solid sample of books, meaning you're getting good, solid, true odds behind that EV, making that EV what it is. And then they're already favored to happen. So it's already expected to happen. You're playing, instead of playing a plus 100, where obviously it's an underdog and not expected to happen by the books, you're playing something that's already favored to happen. Now, are you going to make as much profit playing a minus 120 as you will a plus 105? Of course not. You won't. But a lot of you need that consistency, that slow build. And that's exactly what sharp and safe is going to do. So there you go. Amazing filters at Props Made Easy. To start things out, I'm going to just do the DFS books. We're going to talk about the DFS best picks and go from there. Any sharp and safe available right now for DFS. We do have the sharpest, safest play in DFS right now is Julius Randle under 6.5 assists on DraftKings Pick 6. He's a 5.35 EV percent. He's minus 155 consensus across 56 books. And we know because he's showing here that the sharp books, when you just look at the sharp books, have him at minus 140 or higher. So amazing spot for Julius Randle under 6.5 assists under the sharp and safe. The high EV heat, if you go to high EV heat, you're going to get more options pop in because they're not requiring it to be minus 140 or higher on the sharp books. Okay? This is 5% or higher EV, 30 or more books baked into the consensus. Okay? Both of these are the two filters you need to live with in DFS. On these DFS sites, high EV heat or sharp and safe. I would check sharp and safe first. And if nothing's popping because it is such limited, like you're needing a good bit of boxes checked, then you can go high EV heat and make sure every play you're playing is 5% or higher EV, 30 or more books baked in the consensus. All right? So looking over the DFS books for today, we're going to go 5, 12, and make sure we're just looking at today. Starting it off with Cam Smith for MLB. Over 0.5 hits on Betr at 6.16 EV percent. Minus 138 are the consensus odds across 32 books. Again, you don't even have to think about it anymore. It already immediately will force you to follow the rule book. Okay? And this is what are making people incredibly successful utilizing props made easy. Okay? And if you don't understand anything or you need any type of help, we have plenty of members as well as team members who will help walk you to your journey to success utilizing these tools at the Sharp Society. So make sure you join that. All right? Matthew Liberatore, over 4.5 strikeouts on Prizepicks is a 6.02 EV, minus 135 consensus on the over out of 48 books baked into that consensus. Again, fantastic spot. Tyler Molly, yeah, I believe that's how you say it, right? Under 4.5 hits allowed at a 5.36 EV, minus 130 consensus, over 31 books baked in. Julius Randle is that sharp and safe play that we talked about on DK Pick 6. You can get Matthew's strikeouts over 4.5 strikeouts on Vivid as well. That's another amazing pick. So they're the best DFS options. I don't think I saw, outside of Julius Randle, there's really no NBA amazing DFS value at the moment. All right, now looking at all books, immediately every play I want to talk about is going to be sharp and safe. I want to go with the safest, most consistent cash for you guys in these videos. And at the top of the list, we have a couple no-vig options. We got Tyler Molly over 5.5 strikeouts, and I know a lot of you can correct me on his last name. I've been doing this for 8+ years, and as long as he's been in the league, I'm sure I've screwed up his name every single time I've talked about him. I don't know if it's Molly or Maley or however you say this dude's name. Somebody help me in the comment section and let me know. All I care about is if it's good data. I don't give a shit what his name is, to be honest with you. But Tyler, over 5.5 strikeouts at minus 131 on Novig, 7.89 EV percent, 40 books baked into a consensus at minus 157, but yet you're getting it at minus 131. No brainer, sharp and safe. Absolutely love it. Already favored at minus 131. Amazing EV due to the consensus odds. These are the type of picks you want, man. Matt Gorski, over 0.5 hits at minus 120 on Novig, 7.69 EV percent. Minus 142 are the consensus odds across 38 books that have his line. Over 0.5 hits. Already favored at minus 120. 38 books baked in the consensus. Again, this tool is built to just help you find the absolute best plays backed by the most important data on every single pick that you choose, man. It is an absolute game changer. Gabriel Arias, over 0.5 hits on Fanatics at minus 135, 7.67 EV. 37 books baked into an average of minus 162 consensus odds, but yet the line's at minus 135 on Fanatics. Of course you want it. Jaylen Brown, over 1.5 three-pointers made. Already heavily favored on Fanatics at minus 140, but still great EV due to the 7.48 EV caused by the minus 168 consensus out of 54 books. Jaylen Brown is already heavily expected to hit his over 1.5 three-pointers made on Fanatics at minus 140, but yet he's still good EV long-term profit-wise because you have a minus 168 average consensus odds across 54 books. That tells you that if you grab this at minus 140 later in the day before the games, it's going to be a lot closer to minus 160 if the line's even available anymore, and you beat the CLV, the closing line value, which is another thing that the tool is just amazing at. Buddy Hield, under 3.5 three-pointers made at minus 141 on Bet Rivers, 7.22 EV, minus 168 consensus out of 50 books. Love that spot. Andrew McCutchen, over 0.5 hits at minus 148 on Novig, 7.13 EV due to consensus being minus 177 out of 38 books. So, man, just some amazing options on the board. By the way, in Saturday's video, we absolutely destroyed those picks, by the way, utilizing these new filters. So make sure you take advantage. Again, this tool is just built for the regular bettor to be successful. We understand that a lot of these tools, man, force you to bet like 1,000 times before you can see the benefits. At Props Made Easy, we want you to see those as immediate as possible. And look, it is a long-term journey to the most profit. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a long-term game. you want to make profit long term. That's what it's all about. But a lot of your bankrolls can't sustain too many losses throughout that journey. So we're here to make that a lot more simpler for you and consistent. All right. As you can see, let's select all and let's select the main sports for Game Center. I have clicked over to the Game Center, which is this button up here. At the top of the list, we have the St. Louis Cardinals first half money line at plus 150 on Fliff, where they're plus 131 across 59 books. This is the type of play I love to get in, man. And now, yes, is it going to be riskier than this bet right under here? Absolutely. But nonetheless, St. Louis Cardinals are a fantastic option. First half money line. Do they have? They don't have the safe and sharp over here, but which I might get them to add that as well. So even with the game bets, you guys can make sure you're able to take the favored spots as well if you want to be a little safer. You have the Colorado Rockies right here, over 2.5 team total. It's already favored at minus 126. This would be on the sharp and safe options if we had it for Game Center, which, by the way, I'll get the team to probably add sharp and safe filter over here as well. But the Rockies over 2.5 team total is already favored at minus 126 on rebet, 6.48 EV percent. Minus 146 is the average on their over 2.5 team total at a 68 books. So a solid sample as well. Really good spot there, and it's already favored at minus 120 or higher. So really like that. I don't play any like fourth quarter money line stuff, but this is already favored at minus 125 for the Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics fourth quarter money line is favored on Bet365 at minus 125, where it's minus 148 across 38 books that offer this line. Fourth quarter money line, okay? But yeah. Those are the best picks for today, man. I hope you guys enjoy the filter. We got spammed by members. Absolutely loving the new filters that we added. The high EV heat and the sharp and safe. Let me reiterate one more time. The high EV heat is going to show you plays that are 5% or higher and 30 or more books baked into the consensus. Pretty much it's that rule book we've been talking about for months that can make you incredibly consistent. And then sharp and safe is going to add in a whole nother level of consistency and give you plays that are already favored as well as being 5% or higher EV and 30 or more books built into the consensus. So those by just default are going to be much more consistent than anything else available. So again, these filters are built for the regular average bettor that is maybe just some of you are just coming into this industry. Some of you are just looking to really slow, consistent build of that bankroll, and you don't want to have a ton of losses throughout the journey as well. This is what you need. It's only $20 a month for Props Made Easy. You can win that back in your first bet you place utilizing Props Made Easy. I mean, tons of people say that, and that's one of the best selling points of Props Made Easy. Is like we have members all the time that are like, I already paid for my month on May 1st. That night, I already paid for my entire month with a single playoff Props Made Easy. And that really is the truth. Like when you're only paying $20 for the tool that gets you your bets in every single day easily with no work, knowing how solid each play is, you're going to make more than that in the first day. And if you don't make it in the first day, you're going to get it by the first week. Easy. So it's just an amazing tool, man. Lock in if you haven't already. Happy Monday. Let's have an amazing week and let's get it. I'm out. Peace.